right, push that button.
Yeah.
We are live. So we're live tonight. I am Kathy,
I'm Keith.
and we are
He said.
She Said. We're back. Yay! Thank you for joining us tonight. We are going to get in trouble.
I never get in trouble.
You just talk your way out of trouble is what you do.
I'm innocent.
No, you're
Just
not.
Look at me.
No, you're not. You weren't even innocent when you were innocent.
Yes, I was. That was a long time ago, though.
Well, how has your week been? Better because you're with me.
Why do you ask the question if you already know the answer?
Well, I want to give you a chance.
No, you don't. You're lying again. Lies all the time on
I
here.
do not lie. I've never lied to anyone about anything.
Add another check mark.
That would be fiction. It's called fiction. Fiction.
Quit fictioning then.
No, fictioning is fun. Hey, by the way, if you join us live, please drop a comment in. Say hi. Let us know you're here. We can see you're watching. We can't tell who you are. Maybe that's the way you want
it. I'd greatly appreciate it.
What? Not people, not.
I'm anonymous.
Too late. Somebody stopped Dad this week and asked him if I came out of the womb laughing.
No, she didn't talk until she was 2, and she hasn't stopped since.
Hey.
Just ask her dad.
But I'm good at it. As a matter of fact, I've had multiple people tell me how great I am at it in the last week.
Stop it. Stop it.
I love it.
You don't live with her. Stop it.
You like that. You like when I talk to other people. When I talk to other people.
Yeah. Good with that.
Yeah. Hey, Tiffany. Great to have you here tonight. We are fixing to jump into the questions. He'll ask a question. We'll answer it. I'll ask a question.
Children behave.
I think that's a different Tiffany.
Oh, okay.
So we will jump right in with the first question since you are going to sing if we don't. And he asks.
Oh, it's mine?
Yes.
Who is the most famous person you've met? And what were your thoughts?
So I'm going way, way back. We're going in the way back machine. Mr. Wrestler number 3.
Awesome.
And I got his autograph. And for most of my life, his autograph was on my bulletin board in my bedroom.
Okay.
It was really cool. It was cool. Because I was really into wrestling back then.
Georgia Championship Wrestling?
Yes. Yes. It was awesome. So it was pretty cool. And then more recently, I think Keith McCants.
Okay.
He was sitting behind us at a
former Alabama football player.
He was sitting behind us while he was an Alabama football player, sitting behind us at a University of South Alabama basketball game because he was from the area.
Okay.
And I don't know if it was to get us to shut up or to get me to shut up. Going back to hey. He signed an autograph that I got for Dan.
Nice.
So, and then I didn't want to steal your thunder. So
was that the card? Was that his card that had signed McCants?
No, he signed a piece of confetti.
Okay.
Because every time we scored, we threw confetti.
People around you love that, buddy.
Oh, yeah, they did. They thought we were awesome. I was on ESPN back then all the time because I was always throwing confetti. So those are my two. Now, I've recently gotten to the chance to meet some authors and some musicians and baseball players.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you sure have.
So, but I didn't want to steal your thunder. I didn't know who you were going to say.
I wasn't going to say any of those. I didn't think about them.
I didn't either.
You met last year's one of
Cy
last year's
Young.
Cy Young Award winners.
I did actually both of them. Well,
No,
Well-
he was the relief pitcher of the year, I
oh
believe.
yes, that's
both.
correct.
They're both from the Brewers.
Yeah, yes, that's correct. And well, you did too. So,
I did.
but I got to spend more time with them.
I imagine so.
Shut up. Nobody asked you. Not. It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. My
Well,
turn.
I'm giving you your turn.
Well, I didn't even think about this. Both of these, since I've traveled so extensively, since I've been married,
Hey,
I met
your married side encouraged you to travel. Thank you very
my
much.
turn.
Well, you should have not
Well,
interrupted.
make more
me.
money and I'll travel more.
Whatever.
Stan Shaw, who is the character Big George from Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh, cool.
Met him in the airport on the way to Guatemala on one of our mission trips down there. And nice guy, pretty quiet, polite. Had security with him, his own security. He was headed out to LA to be in a television show. And on another note, Don Moen, contemporary Christian worship song singer, writer, musician. Met him on the way back from the first trip to Guatemala. He was in the airport getting on our plane, and people kept coming up and asking him and getting him to sign stuff. And I said, who are you?
Who are you?
Well, I mean, he's sung God is good all the time and give thanks and thank you, Lord. These are songs he wrote. I didn't recognize him. This was in the late 90s. So super nice. And talked to him for a few minutes waiting in line. And we got on the plane, got sat down, and I talked to a gentleman who went with us. He's from down at the Gadsden area. And I said, do you know a guy named Don Moen? And he was like, what? What? Where is he? Where is he? He was freaking out. Obviously, he knew who he was. Yeah. I said, well, come on. I know him now. I'll introduce you to him.
I know him.
So I walked him up front to first class and introduced him to Don Moen.
You wandered up to first class like you own the place, didn't you?
I got no scruples. I don't care.
Wait a minute. I thought you said you were the innocent one.
I said I was. I was. When you met me, I was.
Oh, yeah, whatever. So one of the things that I have noticed, and I'm sure that you noticed, is that a lot of times the famous people don't act it.
No, I think a great deal of them, they enjoy what it is that they do. They know that they are blessed to be in that position. And so they're very welcoming and appreciate the interest, but
sometimes they have to have security.
That's about, for the ones who are a little too interested. Yeah, they had security with them.
I'm going to be like that.
Now, Don Moen didn't.
No.
I don't think there was any. There might have, if there was somebody with him, I didn't notice it. But the other gentleman, he had 2 or 3 very large gentlemen with him.
A large guy, large people.
Large, yes, about a foot taller than me and at least a foot wider than me. Mm-hmm.
Well, we may talk about that some more because I have some more things to say. But we're going to take a moment and we're going to talk about what I have coming up starting next month. I'm excited. I've been reading through the Bible with you and the boys, but I'm ready to get back to the heavy reading that I normally do.
Yeah. Once going through the Bible every
90 days.
90 days.
Yep. I enjoy it.
You're a fast reader.
I am. I'm a fast reader, fast writer, fast talker. Don't you say anything else.
I wasn't going to say I heard you were fast.
Is it your goal every week to see how hard I'll hit you? I just want what's coming to me. That's what's about to happen. But, on a better side of things, 90 Days Through the Bible is the name of the study. And you can join me. I'm doing this over at Practical Proverbs Facebook page. So you can jump over there, join the Facebook page. I'm also putting up, well, it didn't actually load. You can go to 90daysthroughthebible.com and you can learn more about the Bible study, about the workbook that I have. But you don't have to have the workbook to join me for the study. Right now, I'm just doing Proverbs. I'm going through the Proverbs daily. So you can join me, please. So 90 Days Through the Bible. Ta-da. And for those who don't know, that's Lake Guntersville.
That's your photo?
That's my photo.
Oh.
Sometimes I use local people's photos if they let me.
She's
like Judy.
Multifaceted.
I'm multi-talented, multifaceted.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a diamond? Am I a diamond?
Yes.
Okay. So now
you are my shining star.
We're going to move on to my question.
Okay.
My question is, what is one of the funniest ways you ever got in trouble at school?
I go first on this one, right?
Yes.
Okay. From being one who was pretty well quiet most of my school career, I remember the few times that I got in trouble, other than talking. 6th grade, Miss Allred.
Wait a minute. We're going to back this train up. You got in trouble for talking in school?
That's according to looking back at my report cards and what I got in trouble for, because they used to, I don't know if they still do it, but mark your.
Now when you say, I don't do all the talking, I can say, yes, you do.
Don't point fingers. It's rude. Miss Allred's class, there was a beam that went across sideways in the class.
Her.
Remember that? And we were sitting in the back after lunch and we were chewing up straw paper and shooting spit wads at the beam. And
it
missed and landed on her desk. The other one, let's see, 10th grade, we had the drop ceilings. And so those tiles.
At Guntersville High School, for those who don't know.
And you could flip a pencil and the pencil would stick in the ceiling. I got tore up for that one. I think the
funny things.
The funny things.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 2 more.
Keep going.
Okay.
You got a little more time.
I think the statute of limitations has run out. You always have to be careful about that. At our high school graduation, other than handing our principal marbles that he kept dropping on the ground when we shook his hand.
Everybody was giving him a single marble.
Yes. During the alma mater, about a dozen of us pulled out a row of firecrackers of about 1,000 each, and we threw those. And so instead of walking out in a single file line like we were supposed to, chairs were scattered, makeup was mussed, and there was a thick blue fog flying across the football field.
Funny. I said funny.
Oh, well, the funniest one for me was first year at Snead State. In Composition 101, the teacher is the wife of a former Guntersville mayor. And I asked my buddy Richie sitting in front of me what time it was, and he didn't say anything. He just raised his arm up like this and showed me his watch. And she slammed her pencil down and stood up and said, "If you ain't got no damn watch, you don't need to know what time it is anyway." And I thought, wow, that's
good English.
That's an English teacher. We made her mad.
Yeah. So me?
You gonna tell them the truth?
The very truth. This is that was no. We're not talking about that.
You're not gonna tell that one?
We're not telling that one. This one's better. This one's better.
No, it's not.
Because a friend of mine who shall I'll just share her initials, CASS. She and I decided one day we were going to skip school.
Uh-huh.
and we went to her house, and we borrowed money so that we could skip school, and we left town, and we went out of town and skipped school, and we spent the day over in Huntsville and then over in Florence. And when we came back, we got busted by some teacher that had taken the day off and saw us at the mall, and we had to go to Saturday school
No.
with Miss Godwin.
Oh, that's not bad.
We were in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to go to
Saturday
Saturday
school
school at
with Miss Godwin.
Carlisle Park.
Carlisle Park. That's awesome.
But we got busted by a teacher who had taken the day off. We went out of town and still got busted.
Yeah.
So
That's not the story I wanted you to tell.
to me, that's the funniest one, because we got busted out of town. I mean, how many people get to leave town and still get busted?
It's almost a Ferris Bueller, huh?
Mm-hmm. Very close. Very close.
You're at the baseball game and
Yeah.
they almost see you on the camera because you caught the foul ball.
Yep, pretty much. Yep, that's kind of so those movies, they never surprise me. The 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller, and people like things like that don't really happen. I'm like, yes, they do. They really,
Oh, yeah,
really do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
I mean, it may not happen exactly like that. You may not be dancing on a float, but then again, you may be dancing in the street with a police officer's hat on.
Mm-hmm. In New Orleans.
Your favorite story.
No, it's not.
So, but that was to me the funniest. There were I was not a cross the line kind of person. I was a bend the rule kind of person.
Stand on the line
Yes, I
and
would.
smile about it.
And taunt
person
the authority
was.
figures. Sometimes I still am. So there you go.
Okay.
What you got for us this week? You don't have a clue, do you?
No, you said you were gonna
No, I said I was doing.
take care of the 90 days through the Bible.
Yeah, I did already.
Okay.
I got nothing.
I got
nothing.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. Well, how about we send them over to Peculiar Productions? Go over, check us out.
That sounds good.
We are launching a free webinar next week on a Thursday night, for anybody who creates content already, that already has content, that wants to learn how to turn that content into a book. I'm going to go through the process in just 40 minutes so you can know exactly what you need to do to take your content, and create a book. And then, if you do not currently have content, you can still come sit in. There's going to be a lot of good ideas there for formulating the book so that you have something to write out.
Is that the same as the 8 weeks to write your book?
It is not. 8 weeks to write your book is a course that's already available on Peculiar Productions, and it will take you from your idea to the end.
What about 14 weeks to publish your book?
That is a exclusive course that I will talk some more about on Thursday.
So you got lots of options.
Yeah, check us out at pqproductions.com.
What's our viewer question this week?
Our viewer question this week is, I'll let you read it.
What is one thing you can do? What is one thing you can do that will always get you in trouble with your spouse? One. We limit it to one.
You go first. I'll let you go first.
Oh, what is one thing I can do?
Yes, you. Not
That will-
one as an individual. Everybody's
That will get
different.
you in. That will get me in trouble with you.
Yes, correct.
Say inappropriate things on He Said, She Said. Say inappropriate things in public.
I believe we're finding a pattern here for the man who doesn't talk a lot. It's the
No.
inappropriateness.
I said used to be. That was
know. You said you did talk when you were in school.
No, they said I did.
You
I
always
don't remember
say, you
that.
always say, I don't talk as much as her. I'm
I don't.
out of words.
Oh, I don't.
I'm out of words. Yes, you do.
No, I do
Liar.
not.
See, we need like a lie detector. We need one of those.
I agree.
Because you do, man. You spaghetti noodle with the best of them.
I can. Mhm. I can weave a story. Weave us together. See, that's two. That's two. What else?
I don't know. You tell me. You know what it is. You know the buttons,
I can-
and you
I
will
can
push
walk
them
up-
intentionally.
Close to her, and she'll get in a fervor because she thinks I'm going to do something, and I actually not.
Yes, you are. If you wouldn't have gotten caught walking up behind me, you would have.
I don't always. That's sometimes I just walk up behind you because I know you'll think that I am, but I'm not. So I don't.
I know.
What about you?
So one of the easiest ways for me to annoy you is to say, it is what it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It is what it is.
Oh. So I left you speechless.
I think that there's always something you can do about anything.
There's always something you can do.
Right.
There's not always something you can do about something else.
You can do your part.
You do your part, but that doesn't mean that situation changes.
It
just means that you change in the situation. Look, I've been married to you long enough to know. Trust me.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And
you're right.
You don't like it when I laugh inappropriately. One of the things I found out was that when you get mad, you clean the kitchen. Just the kitchen. That's the only place that he cleans. But when he gets mad, man, he cleans that kitchen like the world is going to end if there is a speck of dirt in it.
Spick and span, which is why my answer is it is not what it is, because you can always do something about it, even if it's just you changing in reference to it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it
You're
is.
saying
You're
that,
just not
there's
listening.
nothing that you can do about that situation, but you can do something about you.
Exactly.
But doing something about you changes that situation.
It doesn't always change the situation, but it changes you in the situation. It's not just semantics. Put your hand down. It's not your turn. So those are the two big things. And when I found out that you would get angry, the other thing I can do is give him a list. He doesn't like multiple tasks.
No, I don't mind multiple tasks.
You don't
If
like
there
it.
are more than 3 things you want me to do, you have to make a list. But whatever you put on the list, my expectation is that it is actually achievable in the time frame that you've given me.
So fence the property is probably not a good
Cannot
thing to give.
go on the list.
See, I didn't know that about him. And when I was talking about this on the podcast this week, Growing Hope, by the way, and which is now on iHeartRadio and Spotify.
iHeartRadio.
I would make a list before a party or an event, and I would put everything under the sun on the list. I mean, I would put build a fence. We had 40 acres. Build a fence, get horses, build a barn, pave the driveway.
My God, I'll never get it done.
And he wouldn't even do anything because it would freeze him.
Frozen.
Yeah, it would freeze him. He's like, no, I can't do all that. And he'd have a miserable time at the party. And it was only recently in the last few years that you explained to me why you were having such a bad time at the party. It's because of that big old list that didn't get done.
Because I couldn't get everything done.
And so I started giving you a different list.
That only took
Well, if you don't
40
tell,
years.
then nobody knows. You have to be open. You have to communicate.
just-
I think we've had this
That's right.
conversation.
Remember that.
Communicate.
When we first got married, she said, "You've got to open up. You've got to talk about your feelings. It's not good to keep all that in." And so I started doing that. And then she started getting on to me for opening up and talking about my feelings.
I don't get on to you for opening up and talking about your feelings. I get upset with you for opening up and starting back at the beginning of time.
Because
In the beginning.
it hasn't all been taken care of.
You started in the beginning as opposed to right here. I already know the in the beginning part.
Oh, I do too.
So it is what it is. Today is today. Tomorrow is not promised. What's with the face?
It is what it is.
I love
You make
saying
me
that.
sad.
I love saying that. It makes me happy. Not because it makes you sad. because it's
Yes,
funny.
it does.
So
Yes,
so
it
going
does.
back to the famous people, because I wanted to bring up a famous baseball player that we met, and actually all of the baseball players. I'm going to say this: we helped with the Pro with the Major League Fishing Anglers Association last November, and
Right.
all of the pros, the fishermen and the baseball players, were amazing guys. It was a lot of fun pulling the legs of some of the local fishermen, Fletcher, and telling him stories about all of the rumors around the area. And
Rumors.
yeah,
We live here. They're not rumors. They're
Well,
true.
well, we don't have proof, so we're just going to go with this.
Okay.
Drain
the lake. You'll see.
But one of the guys that we met was Jake Peavy. And I don't know if it's partly because of who we are and where we are in our journey, or all because of who he was. But I had no idea he was as famous as he is. I was blown away when people found out that we had met him, especially baseball fans. It was wild.
Well, I didn't know he's from Mobile.
I didn't either.
No idea.
So yeah, and nice guy. A lot of the people that we have connected with and that we have met, because their heart's in the right place, and that's what I think it comes back to. When our heart is in the right place, then we have a heart for other people, and it's when our mindset, our heart is focused on something other than the right place.
Well, it's generally on self.
Right. We're not God first.
I'm not going to say
other
everybody.
second,
Right.
and then ourselves.
It's
No,
all no. It's all me.
Yeah, yeah. And like our friend Vicky says, when you say me all the time, it sounds like you're putting on the brakes, and nobody can hear you over the noise.
Well, you're getting prepared to sing your own song. Is what you're doing. Me, not you.
So the moral of the story is, it is what it is. That's funny. That's funny stuff right there. I need to make a t-shirt that says it is what it is.
I had long, flowing, curly hair, no gray. The year was 1982. We were on our way to the World's Fair,
We don't have time for this.
and I met.
See, this is where he starts. He starts in 1982 when he's complaining about something. He goes all the way back to, if I hadn't met you in 1982.
An angel.
You're so full of crap. You are so full of it. See, even PQ's judging you. See, he is. So we thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will be here next week, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, tell your friends.
Subscribe, please. Subscribe. We need to build those.
We're ready to take this show on the road. If you have an event that's coming up, couples event, retreat, invite us to come and share. We're happy to share not just
We'll
the
share.
joy.
We'll speak. We'll tell stories. We'll
We'll do something.
cause a riot.
Until next time, I'm Kathy,
I'm Keith.
and we are
He said.
She Said. See ya.